At this moment in hockey history, the Nashville Predators currently find themselves in 8th place in the Central Division. After 17 games skated this season, the Predators have a record of 5-9-3, 13 points, has them more points out of first place than total points they have combined. We'll go top down from the Central here in just a moment. The Predators are 1-3-3 on the road. It is the third game of a 5-game road trip known as the CMA road trip, known as the Get Your Shit Together road trip. The Predators scored 41 goals this season. That seems like a low number, doesn't it? 56 goals against. It's a goal differential of -15. The Predators will continue the CMA road trip after this game we're previewing in Calgary, Sunday in Vancouver, next Wednesday, closing out the 5-game road trip at Seattle, and then going back home to face off, well, I mean, you know, that team, the Winnipeg Jets, who's just easily in first place in the Central Division. That's their one-game homestand before heading off to New Jersey on the 25th to 27th of November. We'll see the Predators hosting the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, the Central Division, before we talk about the Calgary Flames and this particular game matchup, the Winnipeg Jets have lost a second time, finally. 17 games skated, record of 15-2, 30 points on the season. They are 17 points clear of the last place Nashville Predators. They're 5 points clear of second place Minnesota and 10 points clear of third place Dallas. Then you'll find the Colorado Avalanche in fourth place with 18 points on the outside of the playoffs, looking on the inside. The Utah Hockey Club's at fifth place in Central Division with 17 points. St. Louis has 15. Chicago and Nashville 13 apiece, but Chicago holds the tiebreaker in the standings at this moment in time due to games played. So for the Nashville Predators, they'll be facing off against the Calgary Flames. It's the first time this season that these two Western Conference rivals are meeting. They'll meet one more time in Calgary. That won't take place until January the 4th of 2025. There is a stop at Bridgestone Arena before that, December the 10th. So the Predators and Calgary Flames will play once here in November, once in December, and once in January. Then that will be the end of their regular season series. The Calgary Flames, in case you haven't been paying attention to much late night Pacific Division hockey, let's get you updated on everything going on with them. 8-6-3 is their overall record. They do have 19 points. That is fifth in the Pacific Division on home ice. Very respectable record of 5-3. They've scored 47. They've given up 51. Goal differential of -4. Let's talk about their most recent stretch of action. 4 of these 5 games taking place on the road. Only one of them at home. So let's go back to 11-5. 3-2 overtime win at Montreal on the 7th of November, a 4-3 overtime loss at Boston, and then on the 9th of November, a 3-time shootout loss at Buffalo. So 3 road games there, 3 points, all by getting at least to overtime. Then on the 11th of November, they were at home for a 3-1 victory versus the LA Kings. Back on the road on the 12th, the next night, for a 3-1 loss at Vancouver, now hosting the Nashville Predators. The NHL ranks between these two clubs. The offenses not nearly as good as these fan bases would hope. The Predators goals for, I said that number felt low, and it sure does. 2.41 goals per game. That's 30th overall in the NHL, just 2 spots from last in the league. 2.71 goals for Calgary is 24th overall in the league. In the goals against category, the Preds are giving up 3.29 per game. That's 24th in the NHL, while Calgary is only giving up 2.94. That is 9th overall in the league. Shots for, Preds 30.5 per game. That's 12th in the league, while Calgary's only generating 28.6 shots on net per game. That's 19th best in the NHL. When it comes to the shots against category, Predators ahead in this statistical metric. 29.6 given up per game is 22nd best, while Calgary is giving up 30.7 against per game. That's 26th overall in the NHL. Predators do have the advantage in both of the special teams metric right here. In the power play, 21.4% conversion rate, 12th best in the NHL. 12 conversions on 56 opportunities for Nashville, and for the Flames, 7 conversions on 48 opportunities. That's 14.6% and 28th rated in the league. The Flames have the same rated penalty kill at 28th. They've given up 14 power play goals against on the season. 72.6% is their kill rate. 30th rated the number of power play goals against on the season. The Predators' power penalty kill unit, on the other hand, is the best in the NHL in both of those metrics. 91.5% is the kill rate, number 1 overall in the NHL. They've only given up 5 power play goals against on the season. That is also the best in the NHL. When it comes to the individual statistical leaders for both of these clubs, let's talk about the top 5 scores, then we'll get into the goaltending matchup, or at least the anticipated good goaltending matchup. What do you say we start on the visitor side with the Nashville Predators with this one? Philip Forsberg's got 8 goals to lead the Predators, plus 5 assists. That equals 13 points, number 1 on the team in scoring. Roman Josi, 1 goal, 11 assists, though, for 12 total points. Ryan O'Reilly's at 3 and 7 for 10. Jonathan March, so 3 goals and 6 assists for 9 points. Gus Nyquist, second on the team with 5 goals, add 3 assists to that. You get 8 total points. He's 5th on the team in scoring. For the Calgary Flames, your top scorer is Anderson, 4 goals and 7 assists for 11 total points. By goals, it's Jonathan Huberdeau with 6, then add 4 assists to that. He's got 10 total points. Backlund's at 4 and 5 for 9. Kuzmenko, 1 and 8 for 9. And Kadri, 5 goals, 3 assists for 8 total points. In net, Wolf, 5-2-1 for Calgary on the season, 2.84 goals against average, .913 save percentage. UC Saros is 4-7-2 at 2.64 goals against average, a .911 save percentage. Scott Wedgwood got the start last night in the first night of back-to-backs. UC Saros will get the start tonight in Calgary against the Flames. That's got you all set up. Let's go back to last night. It's time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. The Preds were in Edmonton for a game against the Oilers. It was the second game of the CMA road trip leading into the game we're previewing right now, the third game of the CMA road trip. Makes sense, very logical like that. And we're going to go back to it. We're going to talk about it. It's coming up next right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.